Mr. Larry Howe.
Hi, good evening. My name is Larry Howe. I live at 1717 Cathedral Drive in Plano, Texas. So I'm here speaking to you tonight as a local area resident, but also a board member of the Texas Solar Energy Society. And that organization is a nonprofit organization with a mission in three areas. One, to educate citizens on the value of solar energy for their homes and businesses and in their communities in general, to empower them to make informed decisions when they're thinking about it, and to encourage them to connect with professional Texas solar businesses. And for future reference, we're available to do presentations to, for the staff or citizens or elected officials, and we've done that in other communities as well. So it's great to see that you're reviewing the existing communities as well. So it's great to see that you're reviewing the existing ordinances and making some changes to help remove potential barriers. And that was in 2012, I think. Coincidentally, the HOA legislation that was passed, it was in 2011. So interesting that the street facing thing came up in 2012 after the state said HOAs couldn't do it anymore. So that's just a side note. So I've sent a couple of letters in to Lee and the city secretary, Mr. Battle. And so I'd like to touch on a few of those things, and Lauren has hit on a couple of them already. So one with regard to the street facing installations. And I think I want to stress again that the placement of solar panels is not arbitrary. So, people don't just put them on whatever side they want. They work with installers to get the maximum annual production. And so in the Northern Hemisphere, south facing is the most annual production. And if you're going to spend money for this, you really want to get kind of a maximum output. So you've basically, with your street facing restriction, said half of the citizens in Allen, roughly, let's say half, can't take maximum production. And so as Lauren Daugherty said, you're basically kind of picking and choosing who can, take advantage of solar and who can't to the maximum extent. And so I think, that's something that probably is a reason to consider removing the restriction. And then you would also not have all these variations that you were just talking about earlier with regard to, does it face a public street? Does it face a side street? Does it face the back of a public street? All of those different variations can be pretty complicated. While it might be normal for people to question maybe the aesthetics of solar panels, it's really kind of a very subjective topic, and visibility of solar panels has become much more common. So in my opinion, street-facing solar panels really aren't out of character for any neighborhoods in Texas. It's just we got a lot of sunshine in Texas. We should take advantage of it. You may remember or recall that many neighborhoods had regulations that required wood shingles on homes because composition or asphalt shingles weren't considered aesthetically pleasing. But somehow we've managed to adjust to that because now we're very used to looking at composition roofs. So I think maybe the other comment I'd make with regard to other cities that Mr. Battle mentioned, there's been a number of cities that have had street-facing restrictions, and they've come back and over time remove those, because one of the things that came up, in particular in Flower Mound, I think Lauren's comment was in North Richland Hills, but in Flower Mound they kind of looked at the Board of Adjustment and they said, if people bring it up to the Board of Adjustment, there's really no way that they could deny people based on the orientation of their home to do the installation. So it was basically you could override that in that sense. So I would really encourage you to rethink or relook at that street-facing restriction. Second item on the ground mount, again with the draft ordinance, model ordinance that the NCT-COG has been working on, they focus on safety. So there may be screening required for safety requirements. The NEC code, electrical code may require that. But to again screen them for visibility would seem strange if you can see them from roofs. And as a matter of fact, when you block them from the street facing, but you make the guy behind you have to look at your panels because he happens to live behind you. And most of the time in our neighborhoods here, we actually look at the neighbor behind us more than we look at the neighbor in front of us. So it just seems a little arbitrary to say street facing is a restriction. Likewise with glare, the NCT-COG has said it's very hard to, the causation of glare is difficult to prove, and solar panels really, their goal is to absorb the light, not reflect it. So they recommend that glare language not be included. So I hope you take these comments into consideration and look into maybe tweaking the new proposed ordinance. Thank you.
Thank you.